James Banks here for Up Close Gamers. I'm with Dignitas Bergie and Dignitas Dogbert. I'm here at Eurogamer Expo in Earl's Court. What have you guys been up to today?
Standing a lot. We have been working at the Alienware stand. Alienware are obviously one of our main sponsors, and we've been showing them off Trackmania 2, and people have had a chance to participate in a competition where they can win an Alienware MX-11.
Nice piece of kit.
So there's plenty of games to try here, and what games have been your favourite so far?
You can start.
Oh, mine has been the new UFC game, UFC 3. Got in 5 minutes within being in the expo. I'm already on it, taking on all challenges, and yeah, it's been great fun. Then decided to play Bergie at the new WWE game, which didn't end so well.
Well, it ended well for me, I think.
Nah, just because you cheated. Just because you're mad. And then played some Driver, which a friend of mine works on the game, so he's been pushing me to play it. So I sat down, which was needed, and started playing Driver, which is interesting. You can like okay, imagine you're racing and you're chasing after another car, which is the aim of this particular multiplayer one, and you crash and you're too far behind. You can kind of just like zoom out and just pick a car of random and take over that, so it's kind of just ghost control cars. It's quite cool. I suck at driving games.
You do?
Yeah, very bad. I'm very mad.
So what about you, Bergie?
Well, obviously I've tried WWE 12 since I beat Dogbert in it pretty easily.
Didn't have the controls. Didn't have the controls.
I did actually, but it doesn't matter.
Told me don't control.
And then I've tried the new SSX, which is a snowboard game. As most probably know. It was really fun actually. I haven't played it in a while, and it was pretty cool. And then I've also tried the new Need for Speed, the Run, or whatever it's called, something with Run. I'm not really too fond of the Need for Speed games, but I thought it was okay, it was decent. And I tried FIFA 12, the demo. The defending is much more difficult now, but the whole gameplay there is so much better in my opinion than FIFA 11.
So we've seen you walking around and meeting fans and stuff. What kind of questions have you been being asked by the fans?
Well, we got one earlier today where we were asked how we got into gaming and like how we got into Team Dignitas.
It's the main one.
Yeah, it's the main one, and people just ask what kind of games we play, etc. I think it's cool to get such questions because we get to like share our thoughts and like how we got into gaming, which is cool. So we get a new insight.
So saying that, how did you get into gaming for everyone else who hasn't asked you it yet?
Well, I can start. I basically just played a lot. I played online tournaments. I attended one offline event, which went decently. In Paris, ESWC Masters, I got 9. And Dignitas noticed me and they approached me and asked me if I wanted to join, and that's how I got into Team Dignitas. And I've been in the team since January 2009, and I'm still loving it.
Newbie. I played Battlefield and all games for God knows how long, and I got a copy of PC Gamer, God knows how long ago, maybe like 2002, and they were doing on the back of it, they had a list of LAN senders, and it was IGUK, which is still kind of going, and they had one in Newcastle, and I was looking at this, I was just like, I didn't know there was a LAN sender in Newcastle, and there's a competition here, which is nationwide. I think I'll go down and have a go. To turn up, they're doing these tryouts, and there's like 30-40 people trying to play. Basically steamroll all of them and start playing ended up running the team, and we ended up going to the EA HQ and everything. That was my first taste of it, and then Battlefield 2 came out, and I'm like, right, I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to put in the hours, put in the practice. Got with a good team, won the first proper tournament for it, then ended up going up against Dignitas in another tournament. Got absolutely battered, but got to meet Odie and all these other players, and eventually they had slots in their team, and I applied, played with Odie and so on, and just got picked up that way. I joined in 2005, I think in September or October, and I've been in there ever since, playing God knows how many games. It's been a long road, seen it grow, it's crazy.
Time goes by.
Time does go by. I can't believe I'm like one of the oldest active player, almost active player.
And an achievement.
Will you be active again for Battlefield 3?
Damn right. As long as it's good and all works out, and from what I've heard, there's going to be tournaments, and it's going to be different. It won't be like the other I-series, it won't be like other tournaments. It will just be completely different, and they'll be doing it all over the place. Hopefully, I'm just hoping it'll be really good. You know, I love Battlefield, but some of the decisions they make with the just the simple things like, you know, being able to restart servers and just simple things just weren't in there, and it just destroys the community. It should work. If it does, it will be a brilliant game, and I'm well looking forward to it. If not, I'll do commentary instead, because it's a lot easier. As long as I don't lose my voice again mid-stage through like a 2.5 hour Battlefield final. That was awful. But yeah, no, can't wait.
So Bergie, Trackmania 2, thoughts so far?
Well, obviously it's a new game, and I shouldn't be too harsh with it yet. The good things are that the graphics are really good and much better than the previous versions of the game. The gameplay feels a bit new. It's not, for me, it doesn't feel like the regular Trackmania. Like the sliding or drifting is very different. It's much easier. Don't know if that's so positive, but maybe it is. And like the handling of the car is different. In my opinion, I still prefer the Trackmania Nations Forever, but who knows, with time, maybe I'll start liking Trackmania 2 a lot, and like I said, it's still very new, so things might happen in the future.
It's annoying when they change a game you love.
Yeah.
So you want it to be good, you want it, it's the same with Battlefield. I want something which I like.
Exactly.
I don't want them to mess around with it too much.
Like Trackmania Nations
But you can't help getting angry.
Yeah, it has been upgraded once since 2006 when Trackmania Nations Forever came, and there was one big change there, but it didn't really affect much the gameplay. But Trackmania 2 Canyon is completely different from Nations, and that I don't like.
So to round this up a bit, because I know you guys have been very busy today and you've got quite a few more days left of this until Sunday, I believe. What advice would you have to your fans and the people out there who are learning about professional gaming, about what it takes to be a professional gamer? Because that's what one of our articles have been about recently. So what are your thoughts on what it takes to be a professional gamer?
It's all about dedication. If you can just set the time and put it in there, and not just, it's so easy to just basically just lays about. You know, you instead of being afraid of tough competition, you got to embrace it and take it on. I mean, a lot of players like to beat up against the easy players and keep themselves there. They don't push themselves against the better players, and that's always the problem. But really, it's all about pushing yourself and being a bit clever with who you play with and who you know, and talk to the right people and have a good attitude with others, which a lot of other people don't have. They can have a skill, but if they don't have people skills, they get noticed but not wanted.
Yeah, I agree. There's not much to add, but I think also you gotta be grateful for every opportunity you get. Just take your chance and do your best, and eventually something good will happen. And keep going, even if you're in hard times or are in a big slump or whatever. Just keep going, be dedicated, and train hard.
I mean, for me, I've played so many different games for Dignitas, and the reason that works for me is because I pay attention to games that are coming out, wait until they come out, see if there's a tournament going for it, and just put an energy into it, get the right people together. I mean, the thing with a lot of people, like a friend of mine came up and said, I'm going to start playing StarCraft professionally. I'm just looking at him, he's not really the greatest gamer, he's good, but you know, StarCraft is insane. I mean, if you're going to start out and you want to get into professional gaming, unless you've been playing this game for so long, do it. But in most cases, there are so other ways in. If you just pay attention to game releases, you might be a person who joins a community that ends up going huge. I mean, if people had been playing LoL at the beginning and were told they were going to be in, you know, $5 million tournaments, they would have just looked at you. But people were in the right place at the right time, and now other people are looking in outside the window, like putting their face up again. Oh God, I wish I'd played that game at the beginning. God, I might have been playing for this. And that's how it is. Don't just limit yourself to one game.
Yeah, you also need to be able to learn from others. There's always someone that might be a little bit better than you. So you shouldn't be too harsh on yourself for that, because there's always someone out there that might be as good as you or better, and therefore you should try to learn something from him or her, and that might be to your advantage later on.
So, any final words, any shout outs?
Well, shout out to all our sponsors, Alienware especially for bringing us here, and Razer, and
Intel and everyone else that I don't
just
remember.
go down the list. It's a lot easier.
Show our arms.
Walking billboards.
Yeah, just huge thanks to all our sponsors and the team and our manager, Michael Odell, OD.
God of gaming management.
And thanks to all of our fans, and keep cheering on us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.